Alright, welcome to another video. In this video, as it's usual, I will talk about what I have been up to in the last 2 weeks. I should clarify that I did not mean for this to become a series, but the circumstances that have happened has forced me to not have a choice on this matter. So, after uploading the last video of this matter, I was told that I have to go buy some shoes, because my current shoes, according to my parents, would not survive the hiking trip I was about to go to, and what the f*** is this? So after I was back from buying shoes, I did not have enough time to upload the bingo video, which, let's be real, popped up quite well. So I was forced to upload this video after returning from hiking. On the hiking trip I was able to rest quite a lot after having quite exhausting months lately, so that was quite nice. However, after I returned home, it was not so nice anymore. Anyways, after I returned from the school trip, I had to make the video, and then the bingo event was active, and since I had about 15-month streak of doing bingo events, I was quite determined to finish this one. Unfortunately, I failed, and that irritated me so much that I decided to not do bingo events anymore unless there will be some special event. This decision has given me about 1 week every month of free time, which allows me to make some more interesting things like this video. After the bingo event ended, I had a terrible day that I once again don't want to get into because it was quite personal, but it has happened. So, on Friday, after the bingo event, I have made a thing on Fandom Wikipedia, to which next video will be dedicated. Another thing that happened on the weekend is that I managed to reach Skyblock level 300 due to some updates that have happened recently. I will talk about those later in this video. And once I reach Skyblock level 300, I could make the post on Reddit that has been on my mind for 7 months. Due to this, my mind is now clearer, I have less things to focus on, and since pretty much everything for school is already done, because in about 10 days the marks are finished, I can focus on things I actually enjoy and are worthwhile doing, like playing Skyblock. In the week after bingo, I realized that I have 5 tests and 4 projects. Neither of the projects I have actually started doing. This was quite unfortunate and quite time consuming. So I would regularly go to sleep at 2 AM. Proof I'm not making the homeworks up, I'll just list them. On Monday I had to do a homework that was due Thursday, but I still wanted to get it over with as soon as possible. On Tuesday I had to make from scratch a Germany presentation that was supposed to take 6 to 7 minutes. When reading the scripts out loud quickly, it turned out to be 3, but due to my teacher interrupting me every 5 seconds, it turned out to be 15. On Wednesday I was supposed to do an IT video for IT, which I haven't started yet, but the deadline is technically next week, but I'm not going to be in school on IT class, so that's going to be certainly interesting to manage. And on Thursday I attended a family event, and I was also required to build an electromotor for physics. And the tests written were 1 from history, 2 from Czech, 1 from grammar, the other from literature, test from English for vocab, and test from Latin. So after that exhausting week, I have taken a 19-hour nap from which I had awakened today. After awakening, I quickly realized that my whole back was burning, was hurting, which was quite unfortunate. That has managed to fix, and it has been raining pretty much on and off for the entire day, and I had to go outside twice, which is unheard of. You might still be hearing a thunder, because I have set up a microphone. I'm not sure it's catching everything else happens around me. But yeah, weather is quite insane today. Something quite impressive that has happened, that 5 updates have been released to Skyblock, so I'll just quickly remind myself of what they were before covering them. So the first thing is that an update which increased the chest price for all components of Wither Necron blades by 3 times. They also increased the price of Dark Claymore by same amount. this will be quite uncomfortable for me, because I was hoping to drop a Necron handle to craft my own Hyperion. Yeah, here are the scrolls. I dropped all of those myself, and they've been constantly increasing my net worth since then, because the first scroll I sold for 8 million coins. I managed to get a sold scroll again, and yeah, the prices went up, just, you know, a bit. For a while there were 500 million per, which was ridiculous, and because of that admins have also increased the drop rates of all the items except Dark Claymore, which will, on the other hand, help me on my hype grind. Another thing that happened is that they increased the tax on Auction House, which is great. It will also help inflation, and if I look at the prices, which I haven't done in a while, I imagine they will be lower. Yeah, 7 million per cookie, 14 million for Perfect Jasper, 8 million for a Combo Blader. That is great. It could be better, but that will take a while for the prices to set down, if they will. And admins are probably planning more updates to counter inflation. Another thing released in this update, QOL like ability damage now works on Sven Packmaster, which is interesting change and will help people who are lazy to do it. On the other hand, the demand for the boss there will be ridiculous, so they will be annoying to spawn, which is something they definitely could do something about. Another thing that has happened is that they added more items to Museum, specifically Hollow Armor, Hollow Wand, and all the farming tools, all 10 of them anyways. I managed to donate my pieces to Museum, which gave me 3 Skyblock levels, and after that I was very close to level 300, that I just grinded some Abiphone contacts to get precisely level 300. The screenshot of which you can see on your screens now. On top of that, they added 4 new contacts to Abiphones, which I'll be enjoying once I decide to grind that out. Another thing that they did is that they allegedly increased the limits of pets you can have in your pet menu, which was formerly 100, but I have not found any proof of this, and I'm too lazy to test it myself. They also added a confirmation when switching pet items, which is a great idea that I suggested, but that's probably unrelated. I just like to brag about that. They also added confirmation when deleting souls from necromancy items, which is great. Trevor the Trapper has cooldown above his head, which is great, a mod feature that has been recently broken, possibly due to the NPC having their name changed, but I'm not sure if that has happened or I just dreamed of it. Another thing is that second sack can be used on each sack 3 times. On top of that, they added lava fishing sacks, which I purchased pretty much instantly after I figured out how to get them, and I'll be using them when I get to trophy fishing. And katanas have 50% increase to damage against Enderman. It was formerly 250% on Atom Spade, now it's 300, and this is ridiculous. I managed to get a 40-second kill recent. They fixed several bugs with pets, several bugs in garden, neither of which I knew of, so that's great. Added command effects, which takes you to this menu, which has previously not worked, so it's also fixed. They also fixed Gusher to fish, which has not been obtainable for a while, which is great, and one of the reasons I was not trophy fishing for a while. Crimson Armor no longer does ghost damage, improved some performance on Crimson Isle, and added a final word on how they plan to counter inflation in the near future. Another thing that happened is that co-op, which has been disabled for a while for no apparent reason, has been turned back on. Wither Cloak shows particles now, and is not actually visible, and the texture is not visible to other players, which can't really show right now because I don't have any players that will help me show that. In another update, they added that pets no longer block you from building blocks, which is a great update. Another thing is that they added a QOL to Dungeon Finder when trying to enter dungeons without a party. It will send you to Party Finder for that current floor. EC command that puts you in Ender Chest has command for pages, as you can see. This put me on page number 5, which is also great. After this, to API, 2 items have been released. First of which is the Sloth Head of Celebration, and second of which is Dante Ring. On the same day that they added the items to API, they added a forum post regarding 4th anniversary, in which they explained that the new accessories do not count as new if you already had the previous accessories, Dante Talisman and Crabhead Celebration. In layman terms, they do not stack together. They also added new accompanying news to the 4th upgrade, link to which you will find in the description of this video. It's great, you should definitely go watch this. Few days after that, they made changes to API, which I'm not completely able to explain, but effectively, if you want to use mods that use API, which is pretty much all of them, you will have to get an API key on official Hypixel site instead of doing it in chat. The site will appear if you do command/API. You can click that, it will send you to the page, and you can just simply generate it. Even I understood it, so it's very easy. And lastly, yesterday a leak was released from admin Nitroholic's Twitter, in which Red Pet with the jetpack was shown to be to fly, which is a mobility feature, I guess, that, well, is definitely very important in this game. Last update they did is bug fix update, which most notably changed that vanilla items no longer appear in quick crafting or custom made items, which is a great feature. Regarding what I will do in the future is that I will do the video I might have briefly mentioned. On top of that, I will do changes in HMT, because it's been a while since I promised it, and I can definitely make a video about that. Afterwards, I could make some updates on fandom Wikipedia, which also I could probably push into a video. And after that, I have no idea what I will be doing, but I will probably figure out something out. So this will probably be everything from this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you again in some other time, possibly not in 2 weeks.